Hello, everybody. I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for joining me. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for the Brainerd Lakes area right now. The latest coming up in this version of Hutch's weather. Let's get right to the latest in the radar. First and foremost, it's an area where there's been very quiet weather, but it's on the trail end of a line of thunderstorm activity working its way in. Lightning increasing exponentially with this particular thunderstorm area. And again, just north of Brainerd, not far from Nisswa and Crosby is where this storm is exiting. Severe storm or a strong storm down here near the Nisswa area as well. This storm showing Doppler indicated rotation is passing north of the highway near Aitkin to Crosby. 1 1/4 inch diameter hail and a tornado is possible with this particular storm. That's for the thunderstorm warning. Let's read the tornado warning, which is almost concurrent or right over the top of the same area. See if I can get the data on that tornado warning only. Here we go. Tornado warning, 1.25 inch diameter hail, along with that movement to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and take you in a little bit closer, but first we're going to look at that radar data that shows me velocity inside the storm. From the radar down to the south in the Minneapolis area, let's go to Duluth. That's a little closer. It'll give us more detailed information. We do see that in this radar display, there is this little hook shape to it. Then there's that activity on the backside of the storm working its way off to the east as well. Let's see if I can load up this radar data here. Now, again, let's take a look at the velocity so we can see if we can find the location of the rotation. And indeed, we can motion away from the radar here and toward the radar here. So here's your rotation just north of the Cuyuna and Crosby area, just south of Emily. Again, radar colors here that are in the green, motion toward the radar. Let's go ahead and factor in the motion of the storm itself and take a look at that display and see if it shows me any more detail. Again, motion away from the radar here and towards here. So there's a little couplet here. There's a little couplet on this side as well, just south of Emily with this particular storm. This area of rotation is moving off to the northeast. The National Weather Service says that clip is about 30 miles per hour. So we'll go ahead and track this for you in this update. Again, this is not anywhere in the area where there is the tornado watch right now. This entire area has been canceled, but it just goes to show you that the energy in the atmosphere there, the spin is there, and this particular storm just happened to have enough energy to stretch that rotating column of air in the vertical. It is going to be in the Cuyuna area as we go towards about the 7:29 time frame or now and on towards the Palisade area by 8:06. So that is a look at that particular storm. Let's go ahead and clear that off and take a look back again with this storm's cloud tops with it. Now, as we take a look at some of these cloud top values here, we're talking about 30 to 35,000 feet. It's a pretty shallow or low topped supercell rotating thunderstorm that's producing this particular tornado warning. On the contrary, when we look at some of the cloud top heights south of the Twin Cities, where the activity is incredible and strong, not a widespread number of tornadoes that have been reported tonight. We do have one down here not far from Fairmount and down near the border. These storms down south of the Twin Cities here have cloud top heights that are estimated to be over 50,000 feet at times. The one moving into Arcadia is approaching that 47,000 foot cloud top height as they work their way off to the east. These are severe storms down here. There's some rotation in the atmosphere. The good news is we have not seen widespread tornado activity. However, an active tornado warning does continue for you folks in the Brainerd Lakes area. From Cross Lake to Crosby and north and east, south of Emily is the traveling of the rotation. By the way, these colors are cloud top heights here. And we'll go back to the regular radar display right quick so you can see. So composite radar shows a hail core crossing over the highway corridor right now. There is rotation in the storm. The most likely area of rotation is going to be on this south side here. We have the bite taken out of the storm, not far from the Cuyuna area. moving north and east into rural portions of the county north of Aitkin. And that's what we have going on right now. Showers making their way into Grand Forks and Fargo. It's cold enough where I did see that the National Weather Service instrumentation, the automated weather service station there at the airport in Fargo at Hector, reporting some snow mixing. And I've been watching outside. I don't see any flakes, but by golly, we do have temperatures that are cold and in the 30s. Winds have gusted over 50 miles per hour with peak wind gusts here in the valley. Not expecting severe weather from this, but another dash of a tenth to a half of an inch of rain from this batch as it slowly walks its way out to the east. Now, if there's going to be severe weather, it'll be with the tail end of this activity that's pushing out. These are lower topped, strong thunderstorm cells that are working their way off to the north and east at about 30 miles per hour. And the best chance of severe weather will be out in southeast Minnesota now. It's out of the Twin Cities. Another round pushing into Sioux City from Sioux Falls with a report of a tornado here from the storm that has made its way and is making its way towards Austin right now, not far from Lake Mills. A funnel cloud was sighted by observers, a storm chaser reporting that moments ago. Look at this hail core just by the Sibley area and Worthington as it's working its way out of the Rushmore area. That storm is quite stout with hail potential from it that could be ridiculous. 1.5-inch diameter hail potential and gusty straight line winds. The tornado threat, by the way, as you take a quick look and we wrap up this update, again, if you're in the Brainerd Lakes area, get out of campers, get out of mobile homes, get out of manufactured homes, and get into a more sturdy structure as that storm is working its way in through rural areas, basically north of the highway between Aitkin and that Crosby area. Now, as we take a look at the activity on the radar and the advisories that are in effect as we go into the evening hours, you'll notice that the tornado watch is exclusive now of the Twin Cities. They've been chopping it off as it goes. Here's the Lone Ranger thunderstorm in the Brainerd Lakes area that has caused a tornado warning, rotation with that storm. Storms will be moving into western Wisconsin. We do have severe storms in northern Wisconsin. This line will be continuing to trek to the south and to the east as we go through the late evening hours. Activity down here will likely spread up to the north and east. This tornado watch is in effect, I believe, until at least 11 o'clock tonight. Let me double check that math. And it says it's until midnight in Iowa. Midnight in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri down to the south as some significant potential for tornado. It goes as far south as you can see here, Topeka, and just north of the Kansas City metropolitan area for tonight. We continue with a wind advisory here in the valley. All the Brown counties will see some wind gusts upwards of 55 to 60 miles per hour with peak gusts today that were quite ridiculous. And taking a look at those on the NDON network, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds across the Red River Valley and into the James River Valley have been recorded this afternoon and this evening, and that will continue overnight. Showers will be ending from west to east as we go through the overnight hours, and the cold will take hold. Expect morning temperatures, folks, in the 20s and a few of us near 30 degrees. That's freezing with gusty winds still persisting on the Minnesota side of the weather. And then out to the west, the wind decreases and the warmth will return. Tuesday looks a little toastier out to the west as the 60 to 70 degree weather returns to western South Dakota. Here in the valley and points east in particular, much cooler weather below average. That sunset though and dinner time will be the best time of the day with decreasing wind speeds to around 10 miles per hour by your dinner time. Okay, strong storms continue across the region. I'll keep you updated right here, but you can always get the very latest anytime, anywhere on hutchesweather.com. For now, have a good evening. I'll keep you up to date right here. Thanks for watching, Leo. Thanks for watching, Matthew. Matthew's asking, so can you install Climate NOAA radar on Android and it's showing storms up around 1 a.m.? Matthew, indeed, the 1 a.m. time frame, I was showing you the models a little earlier today, and there is a risk of some overnight storms in your area. No question about it. Comstock, Tiffany, thank you. Receiving 2 inches of rain today. Some gully washers there. The ditches are full. Much needed rain for many of our producers across the area. That's what's going on right now. Those 1 o'clock in the morning thunderstorms, by the way. Matthew, as we take you back to the radar, here is a look at what's going on right now. As you look out towards your area of Illinois, we do have some quiet weather there now, and Indiana. This line of thunderstorms making its way in, but the main event for you will be this line moving through at about that 1 o'clock time frame. Will they be severe? There is a chance, but the chance is a little lower than what we're seeing in places like southern Minnesota, central Iowa, and northwest parts of Missouri as we head into the evening hours. Have a good evening. I'll keep you updated right here. You're watching Hutch's Weather. Thanks for checking in. Stay tuned, and as always, everybody,